Previously, in Let's Play Ultima 4, we were told that we need to go understand the nature of morality. So, I guess we'd better get on that. One of the towns we were told about where people know about such things is the town of Britain, which is conveniently right here. It's not to be confused with the island of Great Britain. This is more just like a middling Britain or average Britain. So, we have guards. Do they have anything to say? They're cheerful. They don't have names. Okay, good to know. Also good to know. I generally try not to. So, good to know. What the guard is referring to there is that if you look in the manual, all of the monster listings do have notes about whether or not the creatures are evil or not. That's the same guard as before. And if you end up in a fight with something that is noted as being not evil, that is not a virtuous thing to do, basically. Hello, small child. What's your name? You don't have one. You're just a kid. The absence of an apostrophe in that sentence completely changes the meaning of it. Yes, sometimes by solving other problems, you may find a solution to any specific problem. I don't know about other people's problems specifically, which I think is what this child is implying, but whatever. Tell me all about compassion. Okay. The inverse is also true, though. You shouldn't care for others so much that you forget to care about yourself, but that is not something they find important in this particular town. I do not know the mantra of compassion, no. Okay, if I see any crickets around here, I'll find out. Cricket wireless? Or is that something else? I think that's the same kid as before. Let's see, does the healer have anything to say? No, I'm at full health. This is Sebastian, who knows a terrible secret, and is not feeling very well. Is there a connection? Tell me this terrible secret. Lord British told me that Mondane is dead. What do you mean? Okay. Sure. I'll add it to the list. I have no idea where Buccaneer's Den is. And this guy can't tell me anything else about it. That person is not a real person. What's in here? Secret door with a couple people in it. This is Shapiro. That's his entire purpose in life. He's looking for someone else named Julio. Okay. Yes. Good to know. Alright, I'll do that. Is this Julio? It is! Congratulations, you found him. You're now out of work. And his health is solemn. Alright. Okay. Tell me more about this. Some would disagree, but okay. What is this, a Terry Goodkind novel? Yes, I know the true nature of all things. They're all pixels. Or that. That question, if you answer like that, it actually does make you non-humble, which penalizes you as an avatar. I'm supposed to ask you about compassion. Compassion comes from unending love. I suppose that's generally valid, yes. Whatever. Note that if you get that question from him again immediately, it will not affect your humility, by the way. The way it works is that, in principle, every 10 turns you get another chance at a question like that. The way it actually works is that anytime the tens digit of your move counter matches the last time you got a change to one of your virtues due to a question, you can't do it again. So you basically need to wait until your tens digit changes, which may be fewer than 10 turns, or maybe more than 10 turns. So I am watching that off screen here, so I'm just going to pass until I see that I can do that again. Okay, what was that question? True nature of all things, right. No, on second thought, I do not know the true nature of all things. And having acknowledged that, I do in fact get my humility back. Hooray! So what else is going on here? There's no one hiding behind that building, is there? No, there is not. There's nothing behind that building. Let's see, there's a shepherd over here. He's tired. He watches over children. That must be why he's so tired. You're wandering all over the place. You're not doing a very good job, are you? I suppose it does. I won't be doing any such thing anytime soon. Okay. Nope, no kids. Proudly child-free. At least I am. I don't know about Shelby. Whatever. I'm declaring now, Shelby is child-free. Canon. Are these guards any different? This guard guards the bridge. Good for him. Okay, there are people singing and dancing across the bridge. I'm a little busy questing right now. That's an awesome guard, someone who comes along and tells you, "Are you going to dance and sing? Then be off with you." On second thought, sure. I'll dance and sing. Yay! What else does this guard say, if anything? So, you're a guard, huh? Yep, he's a guard. That's all he says. The other guard is the same script, I believe. I'll talk to the jester in a moment. These children have a slightly different script. They don't have names, though. Okay, if you say so. That phrase, ho yo he hum, is something that has occurred in various others of the Ultima games previously. As far as I know, it doesn't actually have that meaning or any other meaning outside of the world of Ultima, so sure, it's a song. Alright, I'll do that. And that phrase, ho yo he hum, is indeed associated with Iolo the Bard, who is right here. They left out an article in that introduction, by the way. Or is his name actually Iolo Charming Bard, like a relative of Mr. Prince Charming? I don't know. Iolo plays for people, right now children. Sure. I can't hear it. And indeed, if you asked Iolo to join you here, he would. However, I'm not going to do that. Because, as I've alluded to before, when you have more party members, 1, they eat all your food. You have to buy food more often. 2, the size of combats scales based on the number of party members you have. I believe either 1 or 2 monsters for each member of your party spawn. Which means that battles just take a lot longer, and don't really add any strategic complexity or anything to it. So having additional party members is just a pain, so I am not going to be joined by Iolo at this time. The downside of not recruiting party members is that they are not gaining experience with you right now, but they gain very little experience anyway because they don't share in the experience you get from finding quest items. You will eventually have to recruit all the party members you can. There are 8 of them, by the way. You can guess that by the size of the window. But I will not do that until basically the very end of the game when it's actually required. So this is Gwenno. She dances and sings for the children. I'm not sure how those comments are related, but yes, I've only seen one beggar in the world, and I did indeed give to him. And he just ranted something about the moons. And yes, they are. Giving to a beggar does indeed show compassion. You get a little bit of compassion points every time you give to a beggar. I believe that's all she says. The characters of Iolo and Gwenno, by the way, are based on real-world friends of Richard Garriott, i.e. Lord British. They are a married couple, both in the game world and in real life, as far as I know. I don't think that's directly mentioned in this game, but it is in later games. Oh, speaking of beggars. So, if this is a city of compassion where everyone is so happy about how compassionate they are, why are there still beggars in the town? Hasn't everyone given compassionately to you to the point that you're rich now? But this beggar has no job, no food, and is begging. Sure. She'll tell you that whether or not you actually use the give command, but... So we have to look for someone named Pepper who knows about the rune, as well as someone named Cricket who knows about the mantra. They're probably somewhere in town, we'll see. But since we're trying to be an avatar, we will indeed give to the beggar here. It doesn't matter how much you give, so just give 1. By the way, there's also a timer on giving to beggars. Same timer as for answering questions honestly or humbly or whatever. Basically every 10 turns. But I'm not going to farm compassion right now. Let's come over this way. Another shepherd. They're all over the place. He's doing pretty well, but he escaped Magencia. Magencia. Pride was too great in Magencia. We've heard this story before. Art thou proud? No, I am never ever proud. I am the most humble person in the whole world. Oops. I gave the wrong answer. Oh well. The correct answer is actually no, to which he says that, but we've heard that before, so whatever. I did lose a little bit of humility there, but whatever. Hello, person with weapons. He's drunk, and his name is Joe. Does he have a wife and 3 kids, and he work in a button factory? Apparently not. That's not an answer to my question. Neither is that. No, I'm not giving you any more rum. Fine, I'll be a Joe. His friend Joe can help with the stones, okay? You can't actually give rum to him, by the way. But there are a bunch of fighters named Joe in this town. They all have the same combat script, so even though he says my friend Joe, he means basically himself. Tell me about the stones. The yellow stone is in the dungeon Despise. Despise being the opposite of compassion. I see a pattern here. Are you just another Joe? Yes. This is a bard named Cricket. We have some questions for you, but we'll go through your script as normally. What else does he say? What do you mean, shh? Don't shush me. No, I'm not going to be quiet. Tell me... No, you know the mantra. The mantra for the Shrine of Compassion is Moo. Alright, that's all I need from you. You can buy food and alcohol here. I guess I'll demonstrate it. I don't actually remember what buying food at the bar does. Okay, it's just regular food. I think it's generally more expensive than the food stores, but each of the bars does have a unique dish, which really matters for nothing besides flavor. But if you buy ale at the bar and pay more than the cost that he quotes you, you're basically tipping him, and you have the opportunity to ask him a question. However, unless someone tells you what a particular barkeeper actually knows, you don't know what to ask about, so there's really no point in it. But be on the lookout for that. For example, that one person in town told us to ask about the Skull of Mondane at the bar in Buccaneer's Den, which is not where we are, so we can't ask about it here. That's Joe. There was another... Is there another fighter in the bar? There is a fighter named Thevil in the bar that I'm supposed to be looking for. See if I can track him down. He's not a drunken fighter, right? No, he is a seasoned fighter. I don't know. I'll see if I can track him down. Oh, that's Joe. Which guard is this? This is the cheerful guard, same as the one from the entrance. Who's this person? Come back here. What do you mean, spicy? Is that just a pun on your name, or what? I don't know. She's healthy. And she's a fighting bard. Do you want to join me? Nope. Bards know many things. I seek a lot of things. Tell me why you're so spicy. She can't. We're actually supposed to ask her about the rune, which lies at the end of a hall somewhere in this town. Fair enough. That's all she says. I am actually going to come to the weapon shop here, though, because I want to buy a sling. Item D for 25 gold. That is about the only weapon upgrade I can really do for a mage, for the time being. Thevil wander up in here somewhere? Don't see him. In any case, we were told that the Rune of Compassion is in a corridor somewhere. And there was indeed a corridor up here that's very suspicious looking. There's nothing else in here, but if you search, you find the Rune of Compassion. And as before, that gives us another 100 experience points. So apart from that one person named Thevil that I'm trying to find, who seems to have wandered off on me, I believe that's everything we can do in Britain. That's not him. No, that's Joe. That's also Joe. That's also Joe. Alright, I'm gonna leave town and come back in to try to get Thevil to show up. But if I don't find him, Thevil... He's a seasoned fighter, his health is fairly well. He says he searches for the mystery of the magic orbs. You ask him about magic, and he reiterates magic orbs. You ask him about orbs, and he says, "A one-handed beggar knows their secrets. Hast thou seen him?" If you say no, he says that you can find this person in Serpent Castle. So, I won't worry about it beyond that. And as long as I'm here, I'll go through combat a little more now that I'm fully armed with a sling. Orcs are way too common in Britannia. You will be running into a lot of them in the early stages of the game because they are one of the very few creatures that actually spawn in the earliest parts of the game. They have 80 HP, you get 6 experience for them, they do up to 14 damage. Damage is just randomly distributed uniformly. And of course I misclicked and walked into melee with the orcs. Before you flee, go away. Yeah, there we go, we finally actually killed one. One of the effects of what they said about non-evil creatures is that if you kill one while it's fleeing, that is not a virtuous thing to do, basically. Evil creatures, which orcs are, they are perfectly fair to kill while fleeing, that's fine. And we get stuff, just money. So, I guess that's all I'm going to do for this particular session. Next time, I will go on to one of the other towns of Virtue and learn about some other aspect of morality, because that is my life now. I have people lecture to me about morality. If you like having people lecture to you about morality, please continue watching. Thank you, and good night.